Hello everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Yesterday, one of my brilliant student Raj and his mom, they went to chocolate shop to buy some chocolates. The shopkeeper told them one chocolate cost rupees 4 each. Raj's mom asked, "Oh, what if I have to buy 134 chocolates? How much rupees I need to pay?" Even she thought, let's take out the phone and use calculator for that. But before she take out her phone, Raj immediately gave the answer, "Mom, we need to pay 536 rupees." Both his mom and the shopkeeper, they got surprised because Raj, he didn't use any calculator, he didn't use pen and paper, and he just did the calculation in his mind. They both got very, very surprised. They asked Raj, "Oh my God, it is too fast. How did you calculate that in your mind?" So, viewers, you might have been in the same situation when you go to shop and you want to buy something. Maybe you need to multiply, and for that you are depending on your phone's calculator, right? But aren't you surprised to see Raj how he get the answer in his mind, that too without relying on calculator and pen paper? I hope you understand the topic of the day is to learn how to multiply 3-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers in your mind. So are you ready? So let's see how Raj did this calculation in his mind. So moving back to the same question. They wanted to buy 134 chocolates and each chocolate cost 4 rupees. So let's understand what Raj did here. He simply break the number 134. So can we write 134 as 100 plus 30 plus 4? Yes, this is called expanded form, right? So we can break down the number 134 as 100, 30 and 4 as per their place value. Now simply we will multiply each and every number of these with 4. Okay, and let's see what answers we are getting here. So if I multiply 100 times 4, I'm getting 400. If I multiply 30 times 4, I'm getting 120. And if I multiply 4 times 4, I'm getting 16.
Now, this 120 can again be simplified as 120 or can be break down as 120, and the 16 can be break down as 10 and 6. Now we just need to simply add all these numbers together. So let's add them together.
So 400 plus 100 gives us 500. 500 plus 20 gives us 520. 520 plus 10 gives us 530. 530 plus 6 gives us 536. And here we get our final answer as 536. You might be thinking, oh my God, we need to do so many things here. But trust me, actually we are not doing so many things here. Let's break down the steps easily so that you can also try doing the same thing in your mind. Okay, let's see another example now. One more time, understand the step. So we have to break down the number 123. We can break down it as 100 plus 20 plus 3. And we will multiply each of this number by 3. Okay, we will get 100 times 3, or you can just simply do 3 times 1, that is 3, and you can put the rest 2 zeros, that is 300. You can simply do 3 times 2, that is 6, and you can put, as this is 20, you can just put 1 0 here, and 3 times 3 is 9. Now we just need to add all these numbers. Okay, so adding 300 with 60 is super easy, right? When we add 300 with 60, we get 360. Now adding this 360 with 9 will give us 369. So see, it is very easy. Let's have one more question and do some more practice. Imagine we have to multiply 426 with 5. So we can break down this number as 426. So what is the next step? We have to multiply each number with 5. So simply we are doing 4 times 5, that is 20. And we will put the zeros, 2 zeros as it is. So that is 2000. 5 times 2 is 10 again. And we got 0 as it is. 5 times 6 is 30. Now can we add these numbers together? Yes, it is easy now. So 2000 plus 100 is 2100. And 2100 plus this 30 will give us 2130. This is our final answer to this question. Isn't it amazing? Now let's skip some of the steps and try to get the answer in our mind. Let's have some more practice questions. So imagine we have to do 829 times 3. How we can do this? So just think in your mind 800 times 3. Okay, just think in your mind 800 times 3. You know that 8 times 3 is 24. Yes, and just put 2 zeros. So in your mind, just think that it is 2400. Then quickly do in your mind 20 times 3. But keep this 2400 in your mind. So 2400 in our mind, then immediately do 20 times 3. That gives you 60. Okay, so now just think that we have to add 2400 plus 60. Just add 2400 and 60 in your mind, you will get 2460. Then next step, you will do 9 times 3 in your mind. Okay, and that is 27. Now in your mind, just think I have 2460 plus I have to add 27. So 2460 plus take it as 20. So that would be 2480. Okay. And then lastly add this 7. So that would be 2487. This way you can get the answer in your mind.
Got it? And do one more thing here. Don't think a lot of steps in your mind. Just look at the number and imagine in your mind. Let's say one more example. We have to do 578 times 2. So just think in your mind. So let's see how we will do this in our mind. Okay, so that we can get the answer.
It's a visualization bubble. Think in your mind that we have to multiply 500 and 2. Or you can just think it as 5 and 2. 500 times 2 will give you 1000. Then quickly in your mind, just do 70 times 2, that is 140. So just think in your mind 1000 plus 140. So 1000 plus 100, 1100 and 40 as it is. So 1140. Now finally you do 8 times 2, that is 16. So just think in your mind 1156. This is your final answer. Let's have a few more questions so that we can practice, and even you do it with me, okay, so that you will master the concept. Let's say we have 749 times we have to do 4. Let's quickly see how we will do it in our mind using the visualization bubble. How you will work on these numbers, okay? So finally, just think of this number 7 and 4. 700 times 4, that is 2800. We will then just do 40 times 4, that is 160. Okay. So here we will do 2800 plus 100, 2960. So we will have 2960. And then we will do 4 times 9, that is 36. Then we will just think in our mind 2960 plus 30. How we will think in our mind? 2960 plus 30 is 2990, and then we will add 6 also. So 2996, and this way we will get the final answer as 2996. Let's take a little bit complicated question, because till now we have done with the smaller numbers. So let's take the bigger number now. Okay. So here we have 897 times 9. Now you already know what we are going to do here. 800 times 9. So 8 times 9 you know, right? 8 times 9 you know, that is 72, and just give 2 extra zeros, so that is 7,200. Now you just do 90 times 9, that is 810. So in your mind, just do one thing, 7,200 plus 800. 7,200 plus 800 will give you, yes, 8,000. And just then add 10 in it. So here you will get 8,010. Then in your mind, 8,010, just keep in your mind. Then simply do the next calculation, that is 7 times 9, 63. So then how we will add the numbers? We will do 8,010 plus 60. We will do 8,010 plus 60 will give us 8,070, and then we will just think in mind to add 3, 8,073. This is our final answer. Let's practice one more question. 678 times 5. So in your mind, just think of 6 as 600. Okay. So 600 times 5. So, or you can just simply think 6 times 5, that is 30, and put 2 zeros. So it is 3,000. Then think in your mind about 7 times 5, that is 30, 350. Okay, because it is not just 7, it is 70. So 70 times 5 is 350. So yes, we have 350 means 3,350. This is our next answer number. Then we will just do 8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. So 3,350 plus 40 will be 3,390. This is our final answer. 896 times 7. So here in mind, we will just do 8 times 7 first. That is 56. And you know that it's 800. So it is 5,600. Then we will do 7 times 9 or 9 times 7. That is 630. Here you just need to do 5,600 plus 600 first. So that would give you 6,200. Then you just add this 30. So 6,230 will be your answer. Then immediately keeping this 6,230 in your mind, do this 7 times 6. That is 42. So here just need to do 6,230 plus 40. That will give you 6,270, and then finally add 2. So that will be 6,270. This is your final answer. Now, there is one more case here. If you have 0 in between or after the number, let's say we have 806 times we have to multiply 5. This becomes super easy because there is a 0 in between. So here we will do 800 times 5 first. So 800 times 5 will give us 4,000. Okay. That 0 have no value. Then we will just do 5 times 6. So that is 30. So 4,030 is your final answer. Super, super easy, right? So let's do another example where we need to multiply 670 with 8. In this number, you can observe the 0 at the end. So here we have 600 times 8. That is 4,800. Or 6 times 8 you can do. That is 48, and you can put 2 extra zeros. Then we have to do 8 times 7 or 70 times 8. Whichever you find easy, you can use your own way. So I will just do 7 times 8, that is 56, and I will put 1 0. Now I just need to add 4,800 with 500 first. So that gives me 5,300, and then I will just add 60. So that will be 5,360. Many a time students find it difficult to add 4,800 with 500. So we can do one thing here. We can split the number 500 so that we can make this 4,800 to the nearest 1,000. I know that if I add 200 in this 4,800, I'm going to get 5,000. So I will just split the number this way. 500 can be split as 200 and 300. So I will just need to add 4,800 plus 200 will give me 5,000, and then plus 300 will give me 5,300.
So this way I will get 5,300. Easy?
I hope you liked the video today and you will follow the steps I taught you here. I know all these need practice, and that's the key. So from today onward, you all will be getting a gamified quiz to practice the mental math skills you are learning here. Check out the description below for the live quiz. Practice more and train your brain to do math in your mind. The more you practice, the faster and sharper you become. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, share and comment. And one more thing, guys, if you find this technique difficult, don't worry. I have another way to do the same kind of thing in mind. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.